What's going on, guys? Gabriel, what's up, dude? How's it going? How's your Sunday? What are you guys up to? What's going on, guys? Oh, no. I don't understand. You come every stream and you troll. I don't understand. Anyways, Riley, what's up? How's it going? Johnny PD, what's up? How you guys? You guys got big plans for Labor Day? You have a question? Well, it's an AMA, so feel free to drop the questions. Good day, sir. Philly Boy, Yube, Mangesh, Jack, how you guys doing? James, what are you guys doing on Sunday? Hanging out with me, I guess. Someone dumped a lot of stuff onto your vacant lots. My Labor Day is me making vids. Can't stay, gonna take the kid out for lunch. The dad stream was cool. I appreciate that. He's a pretty cool dad. The late night version of code, 10 a.m. Ooh. Still in college, only work experience is construction. Do you put that on your resume? I don't know. I would think a little bit about that one before I go with that. Not too bad. You got a job? Nice, dude. Congratulations. I forgot my drink. I'm going to go to the gym here in a minute, but I forgot. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yo, what's up? What's the job? Also, congratulations. Adito, what's up? Does it pay good? Is it internship? Ooh, I think we should do a video on like internships versus is Grind Reel the rebranding? Yeah, I think On Focus sucks. So I'm gonna rename everything because I think the Grind Reel is like a demonstration of basically like it's the grind. That's like me recording the grind and helping people, and I think it makes more sense. And it's not specific to code because I like to talk about motivation and all that stuff. Well, motivation's kind of flaky, but like mindset. Paction, what's up? I'm pretty good. Had a couple of students this morning. Done with that. Gary, welcome aboard. Do I know any data science? Now, I've worked with data scientists. Command and Code, what's up? Can you make my thumbnails, please? I tried to get my thumbnail on yours. Internships, unpaid internships. Don't do unpaid internships unless you can really sell your time. Craig, what's up? I answered you in Discord, by the way. I talked about Lambda School, interviewed Troy, who worked with you on the hackathon. Oh, nice. It's 33K in euros. That's not bad. You have to do induction in Kansas. Never been to the States. That's pretty sweet. You're currently studying mechanical engineering. Clickbait, the graphic for the stream was me outside with the dog. Actually, I took this outside, but it wouldn't let me stream outside with that thumbnail. It kept wanting to take a picture of me. It's terrible. You like the on focus deal? Yeah, but I don't know. No one gets it. It's not very rememberable. It's just not good. The logos were bad. Grind is overused. I mean, I'll agree that it is used a lot, and I would probably say overused, but people know what that means. People are like, what's on focus? Like, you have to know specifically that's like a little mouse over on focus, which, I don't know, eliminates a group of people. Novice, hello, Mr. Fluke. Hello, Mr. Novice. Yeah, grind reel gives a wider appeal. Eventually, I'd like to talk about like how to make side cash, what it's like to make a business, a whole bunch of other stuff besides just code, but I can still talk about tech. Also, there's the whole grind reel. The grind is real, so you can interpret that two different ways. Is there a catchphrase? No, I think that's kind of dumb. No catchphrase. I think it just makes more sense. It's like me documenting the grind of making a video or doing a live stream every single day. Like it's the other, like, people, this is the thing, right? People want to see the event at the end, but they don't care about the grind behind it. And it's been my goal to like figure out a way to document that and show people like, yeah, like I'm doing this every day. There's like 0.01%. Everyone, like, it's like people at the Olympics, right? Everyone sees Michael Phelps win the 4 gold medals or whatever, but they didn't see him waking up at 4:30 every morning and going to the gym for like 7 hours. Like, anyways, so that's like the premise behind the grind reel, is because it's like what happens behind the scenes is what makes it over, it's what makes the event happen. But people being how we are, we just want to see. Always get you with the dog pic. Irene. Am I going to be taking the Google job? I didn't get a Google job offer. You feel obligated to click because of the doggos? Yeah, they didn't see him eating the 10K calories. Like, they don't see any of that stuff behind the scenes. And so that's what this is, right? It's 0.01%. It's going to be, I try to make new content as much as possible, but it's not always what it's about. Let me back up. Plans to learn AI? Maybe. Best courses for AI? I have no idea. I think there's some on, like, I think it's called Springboard. You're fat because I didn't answer your question. Okay, well, what, are we in middle school? Grindumentary. Oh, God. Would I have a paid internship even if I didn't know anything about the program? Yeah, you're an intern. You're not supposed to know anything anyways. It's the same thing as being a junior. They know that you don't know anything. They just want to see that you have the ability to pick stuff up. How's my gymming been? Gymming's been good. I'm going to go do chest today so I don't have to do it tomorrow, because I think it's closed tomorrow, actually. My Trello board for the first time, it looks packed. It is packed, and I haven't even added a whole lot. Grind stacular. Oh, man. I don't know. So I was listening to Gary Vee's book. You guys know who Gary Vee is, right? I was listening to Gary Vee's book, and he was like, you guys need to document everything, because in 10 years from now, wouldn't you want to see yourself going through that process and how silly you look? Like, if I look back at my older YouTube videos, I'm just like, what? My dude is mad. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Nice hair. Hey, thanks. You did an unpaid placement. You can call it what you want, but that's just volunteering. Like, if you have to wait in line for an unpaid internship, why? Like, at that point, you're just volunteering your time. Like, you could just literally follow him around the building, even if you didn't work there. You just have to call security to get you out. Bro Grinder. I think there's an app for that, and then that would not be good. What's up, Randolph? How you doing? For managing Python dependencies, pip environment, can I tell us more? Oh, wait, that's very specific. Why don't you Google that on Stack Overflow? No offense, but the haircut makes me look less crazy. You got to be a little bit crazy. Everybody's a little bit crazy. Do I go on vacation? I haven't had vacation in 3 years. Last time I went on vacation, it was like on a cruise to Catalina Island in California. Man, that place was awesome. Freelance is doing well this month. Made more this month than I did last month. Caught the stream. Vincent, welcome. Behind the grind. Because that sounds like every video is a documentary. That's what yours should be, Craig. Dude, like, so I really wanted to go back to Catalina Island, so I started looking up Airbnb costs at Catalina Island, and it was like $1,500 a night. I'm like, okay, what could I do with $1,500 a night? Any books to crack interview? I mean, cracking the coding interview is one. You're 17 and you have a receding hairline. All right, try this. Try finasteride. That will help you out. Video every day or YouTube dumps you. Yeah, pretty much. You have to be relevant. Everyone's like, you spam too many videos. Well, like when you're at this size YouTube, you have to make a video or you get lost in the fluff. You got to stay relevant. And even if I was at 100, you still have to stay relevant. I just would have more time to make. Thanks for the advice in Discord. You start your new job at a tech company. You mentioned me during the interview. I mean, that sounds cringe. I'm just a dude. What's my best YouTube tip? Okay, all right. So look, Command and Code. Here, I'm gonna shout you out. Command and Code is starting a series. She's going to Lambda School and she's like documenting her stuff. So you should go follow her. Dave, this would be a good opportunity. Command and Code is at Lambda School and she's documenting it. So go follow her channel. I'm such an inspiration. Thanks, man. Am I planning to grow my hair out? I really tried to get like that Thor look going, and then you're like, yeah, well, you would never look like Thor. You know, it just took me a little longer than average to figure that out. But I think, you know, how much time do I spend coding per day? Some days I code a lot. Some days I don't ever code. It's just meetings all day and talking about where we want to go with the product. Is it wise to study full stack or focus on one branch? People are going to tell you different things. There's different philosophies and research behind each one. I prefer learning more technologies at once because I get a little bit stale. What's my age, dude? I'm 28. I look great with the haircut. Hey, appreciate you, fam. Django, only Django I know is a movie. Django is the movie. Armand, you're moving through the curriculum too fast. I need to make more. I just actually have to like sit down with you next week or this week, and then we have to walk through everything. Django. Oh, that Snipes, that was for you. Should you make YouTube videos about code? About code, but maybe not code specifically, because there's 400 other people that are making videos about specific code. What age did I write my first code? I was 24. Bazbaz, what's up? Hey, if you're lurking out there, could you hit that little thumbs up button? It would appreciate that. It would help the stream and my other videos do better. Can I make ViewPress? I've never done ViewPress. Assuming everyone just assumes that I'm like a guru and know everything. And I probably shouldn't say that I'm not, but I'm not, because like I'm still learning, same as you guys. It's impossible to know everything. You're working on your site last night in WordPress, then you deleted it. Only 2 likes. Yeah, if you guys could hit the like button. I know it's a pain in the ass. I know it takes a lot of effort to do, but if you could just, you know, hit that button, I'd appreciate it. I'm so down to earth. Oh, that's how my mom raised me to be. How do you hire me as a coach? Ask Craig. I'm currently mentoring Craig and Armand, and then another guy named Daniel. What's next Wednesday's Powerball number? The website's not loading. Yeah, the website has been taken down. I'm rebranding it to Grind Reel. So I'm going to change that in my description probably at some point today. Yeah, it's okay to admit that I'm not a guru. You don't have to be to like. So that's like the imposter syndrome I have with making YouTube videos. Is like I'm telling people what to do, yet I haven't like I'm not Steve Jobs. You know what I mean? Is it .io? No, it's gonna be .com because it wasn't taken. So I was like, oh, that's like the only .com that's not taken. Like the main problem that people are gonna have in 15 years, people in our generation, is like finding a username that's not taken. How do you get a free IO domain? Google it. That sounds like Google question, but take off one of those question marks. What questions do I ask myself? How can I improve? How can I do better? What did I do wrong? How am I feeling emotionally right now? And is that realistic, or is that me overthinking things? Is it my brain making? I think about a lot of questions like that. If you're talking about code related, I don't know. I think a lot of existential thoughts. Where do I want to be? Why am I doing this? What happens when I get to where I want to be? How can I help more people? How can I buy my parents a house and let them retire early and then work on myself? I don't know. Can I add a view server in my Discord? What? Do I play any games? I played Overwatch yesterday for a few hours. That was fun. Do I do any meetups? I have my own cryptocurrency meetup, but I haven't been doing it in a while because crypto's kind of dead. Native web development. I don't know. Native mobile development. Progressive web apps. Any tips to better your problem-solving skills? Probably like tips to better your problem-solving skills. Pseudocode everything. Like I write down stuff in just plain English. I'm like, I write down the directions. Like whenever I have a word problem, which is everything in life, I write it down. What crypto's dead? And crypto's not dead. It's just the market cap is fairly below what it was this time last year. But we're getting ready for that bull run. I don't know. Maybe I'm in denial. But I haven't sold, so I haven't lost. Can I explain my skills with Python? Python's cool because it has a lot of utility. It can do mobile. Or I can't do mobile. It can do web. It can do machine learning. It can do AI. It can do Raspberry Pi. Like, is it better to know 3 languages 100%? Okay, here's the joke. You're never going to know them 100%. React, Vue, or Angular? Not Angular. Probably React. Vue I don't have experience with. Vue is lightweight, yeah. Vue comes with some stuff built in that you have to get externally with React, like Redux and stuff. Renee, hello, welcome. Good afternoon, good morning. Yeah, CoinMarketCap doesn't graph everything, but anything that's out of the top 10 feels a little bit scammy. I mean, not anything, but... You are a web developer, right? Yeah, I suppose you could say that, which is good. Pluralsight or Treehouse? Pluralsight tends to lean more towards business applications and IT. Treehouse is like it's like a Udemy, but with a monthly fee. Going to sleep, gotta get up early for the new job. Raspberry Pi is like a tiny computer. What would you do with it? There's some things called like mirror monitors. So like you can have like a monitor behind your mirror, like a flat screen, and then you can like have a touch screen and stuff. You can do lots of stuff. There's lots of Raspberry Pi projects. You can get little modules that plug into it that detect location, stuff like that. You can also get Arduinos, but that's more like hands-on. What is the little cup of bubbles in the corner? Yeah, so if someone donates, some little coins drop into the tip jar. It's like when you go to a restaurant or something. How do I feel my channel is growing so fast? I don't feel anything in particular because my schedule stays the same every day. Like I wake up, teach, have some students, figure out what video I'm going to make. So this is the part. Craig puts $1, and then Craig is going to pop up, and then make sure everything's up. Hey Craig, thanks for the $1. Do I think the grind never stops? Will I ever be content in a career? Okay, step 1, I don't want a career. So there's three things. You have a job, a career, and a calling, right? So you need to figure out your calling. A career is just some place where you climb a ladder. A calling is what you do with your life. Okay, so I figured out what my calling was. I think I did at least. So Craig, your $1's about to drop. I like to help people, and I like technology. But how do you do that without working at like a nonprofit, right? How do I help people directly? How do I help a lot of people? Well, I guess I make videos on sharing my knowledge and helping people figure out if I can do this, they can do this. Anyways, it's kind of a rant. How can you be my student? What do I teach? It depends on what you want to learn. If you want to learn PHP and Ruby to the max, I'll probably pass. Do I write blogs? I will on the website. I have a Medium, but I'll probably pass on that. Command and code, thanks. How can you be the student? It's on Patreon, right? So I charge if you'd like me to tutor you directly, it's $500 a month, and we make a plan, figure out where you want to go. We talk every day. We meet. We have a dedicated session. You can ask Craig. Craig and I. I'm working with Craig right now. He's already learned HTML, CSS3, Bootstrap, Sass. He's doing WordPress right now. He's going to host a static website here soon. Like we're doing a whole bunch of stuff. I've realized Like, it's cheaper than a boot camp, more expensive than self-taught resources, right? But you get me. That's the value. What else? What am I doing on your day off? Assuming that I have a day off. I don't have a day off. I have 2 more students to teach later today. I have to go to the gym, make a video, and then I'm going to work on my website some more. Any plans for a startup? No, I don't want to start up. I don't want to have to owe money to people right away. Pass. Any plans for front end or back end? I'm visual, so what do you think of low-level programming such as C or assembly? I mean, they're good to know because memory management and stuff. Labor Day, that's not an off day. I still have students to teach. I work every single day. Drone delivery company, that'd be sweet. Can you do just API stuff? That's not my strong point. We could figure it out. Let's see what you want. When did I figure out the calling? I'm not necessarily sure when it happened. It was more of a process of like, this seems to be working. This seems to be what I'm good at. This seems to be what I like to do. I see how that I could like incorporate it. I don't know. I've always wanted to help people, but I always like tech. And so it's just like, I don't want to sit behind a cubicle all day. Can you have recommendations about machine learning? And can I make a video about me making stuff? I have live streams of that. Best online course, machine learning. Wait, what? Can I put on some merch? Yeah, so they're remaking them right now. Do I remember anything I learned from Sweden? I went to Finland, but yes, I do. I remember statics, dynamics, physics, strength of materials, because I failed that class twice. That was fun. So I definitely remember that. Oh yeah, MIT course, machine learning. Harvard. Yeah, that'd be cool. Introductions. We hit 23,000 subscribers yesterday. That was pretty chill. Or I think it was like overnight. What type of project should you start if you're applying to an internship, third year computer science student? Do something with an API. Do something with like Sockets.io. That's a good one. Go to the Odin project and look at what kind of stuff. Did I have fun with my dad? So this is the real deal with my dad. I've been supporting my parents for a long time now, and he had to renew his lease, so I had to pay for his lease for 2 months, which was $2,500. I was going to put that towards his computer. So that's the last stream we had was a donation stream because I had to pay for his first and last month's rent so he can be on his own lease. So that was fun. So define fun. I mean, it's good to hang out with him, right? I like the dude, but it was just like, all right. Gotta help him out, right? He's gonna be making some books on like, how to buy a car, like a used car without getting scammed, all that stuff. How much do you spend on average? I just buy food. Have you interested in blogging? I like blogging, but written content is not the same as video content. Video content is the future, and then voice content is the future past that. So like Alexa. So imagine if I had like Josh's daily tips, and then like everyone's like, hey, can you give me today's Josh tip or whatever, and then I come on your Alexa and I'm like, never give up or something cheesy like that, right? And now I'm suddenly in the homes of like 23 million people. Do I have siblings? I have a sister, but we don't talk about her. Am I enjoying Python? Do I think I'll use it more often? I'd like to get to the part where I can make web apps and learn how to connect with databases and all that stuff. But right now I just have to struggle through the syntax and all that. I do like it. Dude, Steve is a real MVP. He's always got links. How different do I think would have been if I didn't go to boot camp, if self-taught only? I probably wouldn't be a dev if self-taught only because I didn't have the discipline to sit down and do it because I'd get stuck. That sounded so mean. We don't talk about her. Yeah, it's because we don't talk about her. What are the options for coding freelance besides website? I mean, you can make applications. Websites are just assumed. How to stay motivated after you start your own project, unable to continue. You're not unable to continue. Don't tell yourself that. So that's a mindset thing right there, dude. Supporting my parents alone. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, right? You think that things go wrong, you can always just go stay at your parents' house, but you can't. Not when if I don't have anywhere to go, I can't go stay with my parents because I'm the one paying the parents' rent, and my own mortgage. It's weird. On which site do I learn most of my coding languages? All of the sites. Yeah, learn Python the hard way is a good one. And then automate the boring stuff with Python's also pretty good. Someone said, how's it going? And I didn't mean to ignore you. Let me scroll up. Oh, Rob, how's it going for you, man? How do you schedule your study sessions? I don't. I have to be flexible. If you're not flexible, if you don't plan your day around planning for distractions, you're going to be... You don't know jack about coding, but still sub. See, that's the point, right? I'd like to reach a wider audience than just coding. Trident, let's talk about motivation. Let's talk about what makes you tick, what makes you get up every day. Figuring that out helps a lot with anything else you do in life. Are there Treehouse courses that teach you stuff like hooking up to an API? Yeah, there are. Is it mostly front end? No. They have a whole bunch of back end stuff. I don't do that. It's just not my preference. Do I like WoW? Yeah, I have a 120 Rogue in WoW in the new expansion, but it's kind of stale. If for me, is programming a tool or a purpose? Programming is a tool for me to get other things that I want done. Do I play pub or Fortnite? I don't waste my time with that too much. I play Overwatch. That's where I waste my time. 103 people. I just looked over. Oh, Escape from Tarkov. I haven't tried that out. I heard it's super buggy with the net code because it's based on Unity, and Unity is not very well. I don't know. There's Rust. Rust has okay net code too, I guess. Is full stack a myth? What does that even mean? Fakir, what's up? Next patch is going to fix a little more of it. They say that every patch. Adita, we got 2 of them in there. What's up, dude? Hit the like button. I would appreciate that. 103 people. Thank you for spending your Sundays with me. Appreciate you. Got to go check Joe out. Joe's stealing the subs. All right, go look at Joe. I didn't know Joe was streaming. Did my open classroom student get a job yet? Yes, he did. He has a part-time job. Well, he has a full-time job. Coding is 50% of it, but he's interviewing for dedicated. World of Warcraft versus programming. Why not program World of Warcraft? I mean, I don't know. Can we do fitness or something? Did I just bow? Yes. Namaste, my friends. You promised to wake up early and start on your C++, and then you saw me streaming. Hey, go do your project, man. Don't look. You got places to go, right? Use what you get value out of. Fitness donut in my mouth. I prefer pizzas. Good to know you're a student there yourself. Awesome. Where did you find out about it? Can you lie about your skills in a resume? I mean, you can do whatever you want, depending on how flexible your morals are. Now, if you're like me and have flexible morals, maybe you could put something on there that you're not an expert with. Maybe you could put something on there like, oh, I've heard of this, I'd like to learn it more. It depends on the context. I'm not telling you to lie in your resume. Don't be like, I know this, because even if you do, you're going to get called out on it when they quiz you. Tell you to stop playing Fortnite and program instead. Get off Fortnite, Brian. Look, everybody tag Brian and tell him to get off Fortnite and do his stuff. All right? Brian, stop. Top 3 profession in 2018. Not underwater basket weaving, not business administration, not, none of those. Nothing you can learn without a college degree. Probably the same that it's always been. Engineering, doctors, and lawyers. No, lawyers are terrible. Actually, don't be a lawyer because everyone's in super debt and not everyone can get jobs. So probably just, even doctors, you have that med school debt and you're just banking on starting your own practice and then being able to pay it all off. But now, I don't know. Top 3 profession. Programming, and programming. I don't know. Look, you need to find a problem, and then you need to solve that problem, and then make that your profession. Are certifications worthwhile? It depends on your certification. Sick haircut. Appreciate you. Brian, uninstall it. There you go. You can become a lawyer without going to university. That's sweet. I just know that everyone's like doctors, engineers, and lawyers, and that's like typical thinking, maybe 20 years ago. But now, engineers are the only one that can get the degree needed. C++ has memory management, dude. You need to understand that. Go. Is AI a good field to go for? You like you country. What? Have you done a resume review? Yeah, I've done a resume review. I didn't do it yesterday. I could do it today. I don't know what I was going to do today. I don't really know what video I'm going to make every day. I just come up with ideas. Or whatever you guys want to see. And then if I know it, I'll do it. If I don't know it, I'll try to do it. That's how you get better, right? You're applying to front-end positions after graduating, but it seems hard in your area, or maybe it's the time of year. Doesn't seem like a lot of non-senior positions. Irene, you know how this goes. You apply to all of the positions, don't read the title, apply to the position, get your foot in the door. All you want to do is talk to the hiring manager. Come on, Irene. Don't limit yourself to a title on a job. Just apply. And people are like, I would never hire you if you applied to my 10-year thing. Oh, go away. All right, that's fine. But for every one of you people that tell me no, there are like 10 people that will probably give me a chance. Or maybe it's vice versa. For every 10 people that tell me no when I apply to these positions, one person out there is going to give me a shot. And so, ignore. Don't get blacklisted, but thoughts on application development? I don't have any. I've never done it. Keylogger for Android with Python. What does that mean? Have I traveled? I've been to Finland, Denmark, the UK, Mexico. Dude. Anonym 47. Does web dev treehouse course in 1 week make sense? What? Just do it. Tomorrow you have first day as an apprentice. Buying a laptop? No, dude, they're gonna give you a laptop, and if they don't, that's really messed up. Waiting for me to review the resume. You understand I do this for free, right? Like this is a free service where I'm using my time to review resumes. And so when people are like, why haven't you done it yet? It's just like, really, bro? You know how much it costs, like, to go get a resume review? It costs like $85. And it's just from some person that doesn't even know what you want. Mac is easier to develop on from what I've seen. It depends. I hate the Mac keyboard. I hate the Mac command, shift. Ugh. I hate the Mac OS. I know all the shortcuts. I just can't do it. I teach you code and you teach me Dutch. I'll just do Rosetta Stone for Dutch. Or I'll watch Vintage Genetics. I think he's from the Netherlands. What I have for breakfast? I skip breakfast usually. I might have some cereal though. Dave on deck hits me with the Canadian dollar. You're dropping those big D's in the chat. Appreciate you, Dave. Dave, what skills do I want to learn? Everything. I want to learn how to do VFX on Marvel's level. Here's the solution. Donate $85. Actually, you can do it for $35 because it supports the channel and that's a Patreon perk. So if you want me to review your resume right away, it's $35. That's what I charge. I've done it with like 10 people or something. I'm too smart to be skipping the most important meal of the day. Intermittent fasting, fam. Less stress on the gut. Most important meal of the day is like classical thinking, but intermittent fasting is good. I think you teach me code, you teach me Arabic. Now I can get that on Rosetta Stone and Duolingo. Hit me with value proposition, right? That's what people do. Your applications with web dev are a lot more applicable than my applications with Arabic. Thanks for being on every day. Similar interest that's willing to be part of your life through YouTube. Matthew, you're the man. I don't know you, right? And like we've never met, but I suppose you've kind of know me through watching my videos. So it's a strange relationship, but I appreciate that. That's very humbling for you to say that. It makes me feel appreciative. I don't know what my dogs are doing. They're trying to get me to get them. I don't know what they want. Would a neck and hand tattoo set you back in landing a job? Nah, no one cares. It's dev job. You're behind the scenes. You're not working with customers. You're the classic dev. Teach me code. You'll teach me how to talk to old people. I can just talk to my dad. You like the new cut. You're a guy. Well, Alex, you're allowed to be whatever you want, fam. Can WebDev be overtaken by Wix and WordPress? When Wix and WordPress can have a drag and drop YouTube builder and a drag and drop e-commerce builder, like with adjustable databases, like there's just so much more behind the scenes. Dragging and dropping stuff on a front end, that's fantastic. But there's a whole thing of databases and querying and setting up schemas for those tables that are just like insane, that would just go over the average person's head because they'd have to understand databases. But I appreciate the comment for I like the new cut. Do I review portfolios? Yeah, we do. I just don't have enough. Do I like hardstyle? Dogs are like, why is he talking to himself? So apparently there's a cat or a dog outside. You can hear. I'm going to go. Hold on. Freaking dogs. They get so excited. Drag and drop databases, that's a great idea. Actually, we do that at my work. How to keep personal information private when registering a domain? I mean, that should be an option. They usually offer hide who is information, pretty much. Can you guys chill out, please? Just chill out, just for a minute. Do I inhale smoke? No, why would I do that? I like to work out. Why would I? Are you dumb? How do you start a career in AI? Mutes mic so we don't hear the dogs' names. Rocking the new haircut. Hey, appreciate you, JSL Bert. Where do I see myself in 1 year? Self-employed. Working on expanding a way to help people figure out what works for them on how they want to code. What's my gym routine? 5 days a week. 5 days a week, I do a split. It's, you got your chest, back, shoulders, legs, upper body split with like arms and triceps. That's my gym routine. Your offer stand for you to help on a Python stream? Yeah, it does. Why not 7 days a week? That's a good question. I try to do something active at least every day. So if I'm not lifting specifically, but you gotta let those muscle fibers repair. Why don't I teach at Lambda School? Have I thought about that? Because I don't want to sell my time for money. That's the thing. Also, mainly, I just want to be self-employed. I want to know that I have the personal ability to be able to make it on my own. Some people, they don't care. Other people, But I just want to figure out if I can provide for myself. That way I don't have to worry. I've had bad experiences with jobs. I've had a lot of jobs run out of money and let me go that have put me in a bad spot, looking to be homeless. And, yeah. Am I planning any courses? I have a GitHub course on my Teachable, but I'm going to add some more courses. I think I'd like to get people that are experts to make courses in something, and then I don't know, they'd already have an audience. That'd be cool. How often do I cardio? Not enough. Planning on starting more cardio tomorrow. 3.5 miles every day. 3 skills 100%, 6 at 75. So is putting your skills in a portfolio site valuable? Absolutely. Got to go get some studying done. All right, thanks, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Started the tech degree on Treehouse, wondering if I have done one or more of these. How much more would be required after a tech degree to get a job in the industry? It depends on how you portray your portfolio, Dan. That's the main thing. Do I still play WoW? The gaming book. Yes, I have a 120 Rogue in BFA, but I haven't really been playing it. Got other stuff to do. I just wanted to see the content, and it's kind of dead. All the zones are kind of dead. Let's make an adult site together. Why would I need to make it with someone else? I already have the skills to do that, and then I could just rake in ad revenue. The problem is, if someone sees the who is and that it's tied to you, you might get blacklisted. Well, I don't know. If you're self-employed anyways, it doesn't matter if you get blacklisted, right? That's another thing. I answered. Nahari, what's up? If you just didn't go to university, yeah. What do I think of Blizzard removing loot boxes in Germany? I think they have to do what they have. I don't know. People get stuck. I don't know. People don't have self-control, right? So loot boxes to me are nothing. Like, it's just loot in a game. Like, once you understand the Skinner box model, it's just like loot in games are just like, eh. How easy is it to get blacklisted? I don't know. I mean, if you apply to every single job if a company has multiple job openings and you apply to all of them and you're clearly not qualified, you'll probably get blacklisted. Whereas if you apply to one, I don't know. People are like, you can't apply to all the jobs there because then you'll look desperate. Like, I want a job. Yeah, I'm desperate. Well, you can't look desperate, but I need a job to live. I don't get it. It's stupid. Stupid corporate culture. Are you guys good? You guys relaxing now? Why don't you lay down on the floor? It's nice and cool. Okay. Bigo, what's up? Ladia, what's up? 60% off everything Coding Face for Labor Day. Sick. I need to get to the point where I can have sales and then give discounts for my sales. You go to DevPoint Labs. I don't think DevPoint Labs offers a tuition reimbursement or any guarantee, but I know it's in Utah, right? and they do Ruby on Rails. No experience with hired. Every time I work with hired, they tell me, sorry, there's no jobs applicable for you. Patrick, what's up? Regarding Treehouse, what do I mean portraying your portfolio? If you do the tech degree, I think you're getting like 9 or 12 projects, right? So those are your portfolio. So depending on the jobs and how you market your portfolio to those jobs depends on if you'll be able to get what they give you in the tech degree program at Treehouse is very solid. Like it's a solid foundation. Bro, you all right, man? I know you want to go outside and you want to chase the squirrels. Hey, come here. I think there's 102 people here that would like to say hello to you. Come here. We have to make Irene happy. We've done it. We have done it. Hey, buddy. Say hello. You say hello. Hello. His name is Oko, O-K-K-O, because when I was married in Finland, the father-in-law was blind and he had a dog named Oko. But I couldn't take that dog back with me because we became friends, but I couldn't take the dog back. It's a dude. His name is Oko. His name is now Ghost. I thought about naming him all kinds of fun stuff. Let's see. There you go. Who is Aileen? Irene. Irene only comes for dogs. Get out of my house. Ooh, we have an imposter. There can only be one. You know that you've made it on YouTube when someone joins chat with your avatar and username. That's legitness. I am flattered that I've made it to the point where someone wants to imitate me because I feel like who would want to imitate me? How do companies usually help foreigners move to the USA? They have relocation packages. How do you start as a web developer? HTML5, CSS, JavaScript. All right, dogs. If I let you out, you cannot eat the squirrels. You can only chase. Go get them. Go. No. Now they have like Stockholm syndrome. Now they don't want to leave. No, I was holding you hostage because you were being loud. Go on, go get the squirrels. No, not me. No, go get them. Go see. All right. Is there a country with higher paying jobs than the U.S.? Probably Norway. Norway has a lot of taxes, though. That's about it. Every time I put the dog in the thumbnails, I get a free click. Hey, at least I get one free click. Can I do a video on advanced Python programming, assuming I know advanced Python? Do I not like Rails? I think Ruby on Rails has a lot of magic behind the scenes. Also, Ruby on Rails is more of a maintenance programming language at this point, right? A lot of people are moving away from Ruby on Rails, or they're just maintaining and adding stuff to their current apps, but no one's moving. Well, I can't say that without the data, right? But I could say in general, I haven't heard a lot of people moving to Rails, like, Rails is lucrative. Rails is lucrative because it's easy. Joe is live right now. What do you do? I mean, you can go hang out with Joe. How much do I pay for haircuts? All right, so this is the thing, right? My mom used to cut hair for a living, and she'd come home and she'd always talk about how the creepy people or these rich people would pull up in their Beamers, and then like they would tip my mom like $1, right? So the haircut cost $10 or $15 or whatever, and like obviously they're oozing money, and they'd give my mom like $1 and be like, "This is terrible," because they're just like whatever. So every time I go get my haircut, I always tip whatever the haircut costs, right? I always offer to help clean up. I always they cut the hair, it's all on the floor. I'm like, "Can I sweep that up for you? Anything I can do to help you?" because I know that people in the service industry get treated like shit, and you can tell someone's true colors by how they treat someone that's serving them. So whenever I go get my haircut, I pay about $30, $15 for the haircut and a $15 tip. You get to the point where you're making lower games and you're stuck. What do you do? You just got to keep going. You got to keep going. Do some web apps. That's the thing, right? You can always tell a person's true character from how someone, like, people that treat waiters or waitresses, like, if they treat them shitty, like, this food is terrible, undercooked, take it back. Look, first of all, don't yell at me. I just deliver the food from the kitchen, right? So you can really tell people's true colors by how they treat people in service industries. And because my parents both worked in service industries, when I see people being dicks to other people in service industries, I'm like, I'll like say something. I'm like, you need to calm the fuck down. This guy is just, don't kill the messenger, man. Like, you think you're better than them? It pisses me off. Because my mom would come home a lot, work 8-hour day, cut a bunch of rich people's hair, get like $5 in tips. It's just like, I hate that. And then she'd have a bunch of creepers, right? She'd have always the rich creepers. They'd be like, I'll give you a nicer tip if you take my number and we go on a date. My mom's like, I'm married. I have kids. It's just like, ugh. Just like, gets me fired up about that. Just found the channel a few days ago. Absolutely love it. Do I think it's required to have a college? No. Not at all. I mean, not in this industry. Maybe to be a doctor, I would need you to have some certifications. I'm 28. You feel bad they won't hire. So, like, I worked in service. I worked at Subway, and I had a lot of rude people come to me. One lady, if you guys don't know what Subway is, it's this sandwich place here, but basically, she ordered a triple meat, or what is it? The feast. A double meat feast, which we're not allowed to do. So I broke the rules by making a double meat feast, which is where you put every single meat that you have inside the sandwich, and I broke it. So now we just have a troll. So and I broke the rule, and I made her the double meat, right? And then she took it, and she put the sandwich in her bag, and then she unraveled it upside down on her little table, and she's like, look what you did. Look, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And she like came over, she's like, who's your manager? I'm calling him. What's your name? I was like, I don't know my name. I'm calling your manager. You're going to be fired. That's all right. That's fine. And then she's like, tell me your name right now. I'm not leaving. I'm like, lady, there are like 18 people here in line. She's like, I don't care. And then like some guy in line's like, don't worry about this bitch. And then she looks over. She's like, oh, excuse me. And then she's like holding her husband's hand, and her husband is like patting her hand like, it's going to be okay, honey. It's going to be okay. And it's just like, oh my God. And then she's like, answer me right now. And I was like, bitch, shut up. And she's like, excuse me. And then I just walked to the back, and everyone just waited in line. It was just staring at that lady like, really, lady? We're trying to get our food. I never forget. Like, the entire line of like 18 people were so mad. And I was like, you tell her to leave, and I'll make you guys sandwiches, but I can't. Like, she's literally blocking me. Have you ever seen angry white women? Stop. Anyways, so that was my experience with service jobs. I don't know what's happening with my dogs outside. It doesn't sound good. Hold on. I don't know what they're doing. They were like howling at something in the backyard. It didn't sound good. Yeah, customer service was not my favorite point in time. It definitely. And then I also worked as a courtesy clerk, where I got hit on a lot by older ladies looking to tip me. I remember I was working as a courtesy clerk, like the person that bags your groceries. I know in Europe you have to bag your own groceries, but basically I was bagging these old people's groceries, and like they want to tip you, right? And then this one lady was like, "Oh, thank you for helping me push my cart out." And then she reaches in and puts like a $5 tip in my waistband, and I was like, "I don't know what you think this is, lady, but thanks for the $5. Anything else I can help you with?" Anyways, that's been my service experience. So really good and really bad. The voice is straight out of South Park. It's actually from Family Guy. His name is Herbert the Pervert. You want a popsicle? I got a whole cellar full of popsicles. Hey Chris, why aren't you answering? What did she get for $10? We never got to that point. It's not my favorite talent, but apparently I'm really good at sounding. So I got the whistle down. So having the whistle down here is genetic. It's a predisposition to your teeth. 10 out of 10. The dog in the background. Yeah, 113 people. Because of her. So I'd really appreciate you guys if you could just hit that thumbs up button, guys. Helps out a lot. Helps the algorithm with YouTube. All right. I should be proud. You know, it's like a superhero that has their been looking for the paper boy. Not everyone. Well, you know, I really wish my voice would align with like me being able to do like Barack Obama or something. I think that'd be more fun. Now I can just go on Call of Duty and be like, you know. So just do the rest of the stream just like this. All right, so people moving to a node back end or React or something similar front end. You got to have that part too. Okay. Node backend is still pretty. It's still pretty popular. I really wish. Try to do Trump. Ugh, why would I want to do that? It's already the same, right? All the way back from Argentina. Nacho, what's up? Bienvenidos, amigo. jQuery 2K18. I mean, there's jQuery forever. People are going to use jQuery. Like, that's just how it is. It's not the best. People are like, why would you do that? Well, I could just do it with jQuery and 2 lines of code. But our frameworks. We have to use the newest frameworks. But I could do that in like 2 lines with jQuery. That's like what you're dealing with when you have like the elitists that are like frameworks. jQuery is important. Would I ever get a parrot? I think that'd be cool. I think there are a lot of upkeep though. And I'm pretty sure my dogs would eat them. What's up? You're from Brazil? Channel's very good. What do I think about C#? I've made some stuff. I've had birds. I had one parakeet. Actually, I've had 2 parakeets in my life. One parakeet my dad let out, and he didn't know that basically that the bird could fly and the wings were not clipped. And so he opened the cage, and the bird flew out of the cage up into my ceiling fan, and that was not fun. That was like the only time I've seen my dad cry. He murdered my bird. Or maybe the bird was just suicidal. I don't know. And then I had another bird that got out, and I had cats at the time. And my cats would sleep under my bed and in my closet, so whenever I let the bird out, I'd have to check in my closet, but my bird was, the cat was sleeping inside of a hoodie part, like of the head, and I didn't see her. And so basically I let the bird out, and the cat was like, "Oh, what's this bird do?" And then the bird was like, "Oh, nope, can you put me back in the thing?" And so I left the room for a second, and I came back, and the cat was eating my bird like a chicken drumstick. It's not good. I was like 12. It was the most traumatizing thing. So maybe a parrot's not the best idea. I'm sorry. Have I ever thought about becoming a real estate agent? Yeah, so becoming a real estate agent in Utah is like every Mormon stay-at-home mom's dream, and I don't know. It's like if you wanted to be a photographer, a wedding photographer, a real estate photographer, a real estate agent, literally you're going to compete with every stay-at-home mom in Utah. So it's really, really saturated here. And on top of that, what does a real estate agent provide? Like, how does a real estate agent provide me value? There's nothing a real estate agent can do that I can't do myself. Literally, they're just middlemen that you don't need. So why would I be a real estate agent? I would invest in real estate. It's like the same thing with multi-level marketing. Like Utah is the number one state for multi-level marketing because of how large families are. And so multi-level marketers get in here because there's a lot of Hispanic families here, and they typically have larger families. And so these multi-level marketing companies will market to the families, and they'll get grandma or mom or whatever to buy this product, and they'll try to sell it to the kids. The same thing happens over with the classic larger LDS people that have large families. So it's just like MLM is a scam, right? It's a pyramid scheme with a shitty product. How big is the average family? I don't know. Usually 5, 6, 7 kids. Every time I see a white guy driving a big minivan, I'm just like, I feel so sorry. So sorry for you. Who paid you? LDS means Latter-day Saints. It's Mormon. Got that Vima drink. Don't worry, I got my health milkshake also. I got my essential oils. Don't worry about that. Avon business model. Yeah, everything MLM. Django as backend. What do I use? Fresh project. If I had a choice, I'd probably just use React. Maybe Django on the backend. Am I vegan? Oh, no, I'm not vegan. If I was vegan, I would have already told the stream like 35 times. Don't worry about it. If I was into CrossFit, I would have told them I'm into CrossFit 35 times. Trust me. Can you lurk? You're allowed to lurk. Doggo comes in. Doggo goes out. You can't explain that. Don't do real estate. Now, if you gave me a cow and you were like, all right, if you want to have that hamburger, here's a knife, I would be like, looks like I'm vegan. Because there's that cognitive dissonance that I'm aware of. Progressive web apps. What are my thoughts? They're getting more and more popular because, you only have to deal with one application, whereas you have to deal with a mobile app and a web app. Well, now you can just do it with one. Do I think AI will completely replace programmers in the future? Yeah, but not in our future. And there will be someone that has to program the AI. The program maybe will become self-sustaining, but do I know C#? I've made a Unity game, and Unity is in C#. I work with C# at work. It's an ASP.NET application. What bootcamp did I go to? I went to Dev Mountain. I think Treehouse is a good replacement. It's a different business model. Tree houses go at your own pace. Boot camps are not go at your own pace. They're go at boot camp pace. Some people need that. Am I more of a front end guy? I'm a visual person, so that tends to make me more front end. So I like making videos and stuff. Do I watch Carl Rock? That's the dude that lives in India, right? He lives in India and he makes videos. Yeah, I've seen his channel. Actually, I do like his videos. I asked my CTO. My CTO's from India. I'm like, I saw this thing in Carl's video. What do you think about this? He's like, yeah, we don't do that. Or he's like, yeah, I don't do that. C# good for backend? I don't know. Can't say. Well, I make C# tutorials. Rather do something useful. When is the next community project? It'll probably be the weather API. That seems to be the vote. Will I make any tutorials? I have a GitHub tutorial. But why do I need to make tutorials? Like, there are 400,000 other people that make tutorials all day, every day, and they have series and series of them. It's just a really saturated space. There's no opportunity there. I mean, sure, there's opportunity depending on how you skew the value, but it's saturated, and it's not a good use of my time while there are other better uses for it. That's the correct answer. But yes, I will, or I will get people to make videos, and then I will drive traffic to that. My dog's just doing laps. What's up, man? Come here, fam. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on up. Come here. The stream wants to say hello. Ooh, you're too short. There you go. How you doing? You doing good? You having a good day? Yeah? All right, buddy. Okay, let's bring it in. He's so snuggly. He's such a snuggler. Do I like Microsoft? Yeah, I mean, Microsoft's cool. If I can make tutorials on a framework before it gets famous, it will make you famous. Ugh. Yeah, that's like investing in a stock market before you think the stock is going to be huge. Like, who knows what the next big framework's going to be? It's like, why would you do something unpredictable? I mean, it's good to stay up to date, but it's just not a good model. Do I prefer working in small or large? Small companies. I don't like corporations. I don't want to be just a number where I badge in, badge out. Where the company operates at full capacity, regardless if I'm there, the company's too big. Do I work with microservices? I don't work with... No, I don't do that. Big risk. I mean, there's really no risk. The only thing you're giving up is time. Exploiting the beauty of my dog to gain views. I should make my dog's own Instagram channel and then just get a bunch of free dog stuff. Oh yeah, corporate culture. So like all the water cooler talk, having to go through 5 different managers. Well, my manager says he needs to ask his manager, and his manager's still waiting on approval from his section lead. And then the section lead needs to get approval from one of the executives, and then the executive has to get approved from his manager. Like, are you kidding me? What's my Insta? Oh, if you guys would like to check out the Insta, we have. It's just my name. It's literally just Joshua Fluke. So I'd like to get some more people on there if you guys are interested in what I'm doing. Apple and 13 others no longer require a degree, so why even bother learning CS? Learning CS and going to college for CS are 2 different things. Hadoop Big Data. I don't know about Hadoop Big Data. Never done it. Gonna go follow it. Yeah, if you guys want to, we barely broke the 1,000, so apparently I need to get really, let's see. I'm gonna pull up the gram. One moment. Here. Apparently I need to get on the Instagram game because my Instagram game sucks. So I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, you guys seeing Katie, right? Here. Katie out with the fam. Remember Katie the Wizard? I don't know if you guys have seen her, but I made an interview with her. her and her husband out for the day. Oh, I think they're going to New York. How much do you work per day? I work all day, every single day. That's an irrelevant question. Video editing or web development? Video editing is tedious and requires creativity. Web development requires critical thinking and problem-solving ability. It also can be tedious. Harder is a definition of how much time it takes, I guess. You go to the third best college in Texas. One more. You learn more in one day reading books. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. Hey, what are my thoughts on learning code through Codecademy? Started Introduce Path, what I personally think is a nice addition. I mean, go try it out. Definitely try it out. Black Mirror Society. I'd have to Google it. You don't use Insta? That's cool. You don't have to. No big deal. I don't make any money off of Instagram. I should just grow it, right? Because it helps. Because YouTube doesn't always send notifications out to viewers, so it'd be nice to have a different way. Any tricks to cut out distractions? Say Call of Duty, asking for a friend. You'll edit all my videos for $250 a week. Nice try. I'll edit my own videos. Editing is what I like. Editing's the best. So to cut out distractions, you need to have a plan. You need to write your stuff down, and then you need to execute through that stuff. Lambda School is the best option for web dev and CS. How long did it take to learn a programming language? Depends on how you learn. But for me, I don't feel like I've learned. Are there any projects for charity you can donate time to help? Talking to me? Edit your videos for free. I'll edit your videos, Pat, if you want. Or I can show you what to do. You talking to me? I use guys. The best, like, New Yorker, New England accent is, like, from Carl in Aqua Teen Hunger Force. How is Telegram or WhatsApp making money? Advertisements. The fact that they have a distribution network, mainly. People have to give you their emails. They can sell your emails for money. Whole lot of ways. Just finished setting up. Oh, nice. All right. Sounds good. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks for hanging out. What do I think about those guys that focus too much? How could you focus too much? I think as long as you're making progress, you're not focusing too much. Personal brand is everything because your portfolio is everything. Your brand is your portfolio is your brand. You need to have something. In 10 years, when everyone has PhDs because that's the minimum requirement, how do you differentiate yourself? You should probably have a personal brand. People know you. They can vouch for you. They can see what you've done. They can see the value that you've provided because it's your job to prove the value that you've provided in a job interview, right? Like, what can you do? All right, well, let me show you what I created. Well, what if you've already gone ahead and done that ahead of time? Now you have all this records and proof, and people will say, yeah, he has. Like, then you don't even need to go through that process. That's why brand is important. Do I watch Mr. Robot? No. I don't watch a lot of TV. Test page, it could. Also, test page, what are the results of the Google interview? I haven't followed up for the part 2. Whenever I schedule part 2, we can do part 2, but when I sell 100 of those Google cheat sheets, I'll do part 2. Otherwise, pass. Love from India. Started following. Everyone started following me. What's up, dude? Public figure. Nice. What's a good backend support for React.js app? It depends on what you want. How much do a front end in your city? Wait, what? I think you're asking like the hourly pay rate. Hourly pay rate varies. I'd say $30 an hour is pretty good. Mobile or web dev? Progressive web apps is the answer to that, Manly. React or Vue? Vue is lightweight. React is more popular. C or C++? I don't know C. C++ because Unreal Engine uses it. That's my best answer. $30 an hour, my God. It's $30 an hour is not even that good. Let's talk $770 an hour. Then we can talk. Give a tip on self-branding. Provide value. It's all about your value contribution and how many people you can reach with that value. That's literally it. Sucks to be born here. Well, here's the thing, right? Don't complain. Do something instead. So get off the stream and go do something about it. $30 would be a full day in Croatia, assuming you're providing value to people in Croatia. Well, what if you live in Croatia and you're providing value to people in the US or providing people value in Canada or Germany, right? So don't market to those people. Go out somewhere else. So you need $2,770 to make $1 million a year. It's $2,770 a day to make $1 million a year, right? So that's the goal. I need to make $2,700 a day for 365 days to get $1 million, or that's 1,100,000 something. But don't limit yourself to where you live. We're in the age of the internet. You can market, so don't be salty that you can't find a job in Croatia, working for Croatia, making money in Croatia. Like, you're trying to do stuff, but none of the English-speaking countries are accepting you for work permits. All right, so this is the thing. You have to make your own business in Turkey and sell that stuff to those. Like, don't limit. You're like, okay, so I'm trying to. So you've given up, and that's the only route that you've taken. So make another way for yourself. Like, don't just, You make $40 in a month. Can you believe that? That's insane. You have to, if you have internet, you have access to get more than $40 a month. You sell one product for $40 in 10 minutes, boom. You're in the age of the internet. Think of it that way. Technical phone interview with Google coming up. Words of advice. You better know your data structures and algorithms. $1 million's not cool anymore. You know what it is? Actually, so this is what you need. You need $10 million with a 5% return to live on $500,000 a year. And you can get that with a mutual fund. So all you got to do is figure out how to make $10 million. Right? That's the easy part. And then you put that into a mutual fund with 5% return, and you make an easy salary of $500K a year. Now let's talk. You saved a life by doing compressions and restarted their heart. Yeah, people that work in EMT are, underpaid. Right? So you don't want to be the EMT. You want to be the only guy, unless the market crashes. Armand, so this is the thing, right? You can invest in a bond from the government. It doesn't matter if it crashes then. But ideally, you don't depend on only the market to get paid. EMTs get so underpaid. Like, you want to be the guy owning the EMT service, not the EMT. You want to be the guy, Also, watch out when any company goes public. Watch out, because they're going to get squeezed by investors for more profits, right? So how can you have more profits? Well, you have to squeeze your user base and give them less and charge them more. So if you see a private company go public, you know what to expect. Do I live alone in my house? My girlfriend lives here. Well, she's not here. She's at work, but... Can you imagine, a ride in the ambulance in the United States costs $1,000, but the EMT gets paid $13 an hour? Are you kidding me? Who's the real winner in that game? The guy owning the ambulance company. Hire less people, make them do more. Yep. Paramedics make $20 an hour. I don't know. People are okay with like $10. They're like, $10 an hour, it's crazy. Insurance. This is America. I don't have insurance. My company does not provide me insurance. Therefore, if I get sick or injured or cancer, then I will most likely go bankrupt. Feels good. Costs big money probably to start the ambulance company, right? So then you have to figure out a way to make that money. Figure it out. You don't have medical? No, I don't have medical. I only have vision, and I pay for it myself. I don't know. People limit themselves. Like, I should be making like 35K a day. If I'm making 35K a day, we can talk. Why not 10x your goals? People are like, 70,000? Man, that's crazy. You're really not sure if that's a good idea. Well, medical out of pocket for me costs $500 a month. And I really have no medical issues. Dental is another $100 a month. My teeth are fine. What else? So why would I do that, you know? Where do I live? I live in the US. Yeah, I mean, accidents happen, but what can you do? I think, honestly, if I had some sort of condition, get the bronze plan. Yeah, so that I can still get wrecked. But, yeah, no. I think this is what I would do. If I got cancer or some sort of disease or something like that, I would marry my girlfriend. And then I would go to France, and then I would get healthcare in France for free. Because she has French citizenship, and she has French passport, so I would just marry my girlfriend and then go there. And I think she'd be okay with it. That's the plan. Because otherwise, this is stupid. I had medical in Finland when I lived there, and so every time a job is just like, we provide medical insurance. It's just like, that you're not getting me with that. Like, freelancer versus employment. Neither. Don't sell your time for money. That's the real pro tip here. That's the actual like exit scam. If I ever get like a serious condition like that, that's the plan. What age did I start programming? 25? 25? Yeah. Then I'll have a bunch of little French Josh. No children. I am child free. Change my mind. Just kidding. You can't. You pay like $200 a month and never use it, so I'm not going to ever use it. Then you have access to the entirety of the plan. Oh, but wait, this one IV is not covered. Oh, wait, but this isn't covered. Oh, wait, but this isn't covered. Like, it doesn't matter. They don't cover anything. Fastest way to make money depends on your skills. What do you know? How can you leverage that? Do you use protection all the time? Wait, what? I don't know. I'd rather keep my $200 a month. Every dollar now that I save is a dollar later that I can invest, so I can retire at 35. That's the goal. I'd like to retire at 32 though. Be self-employed by 29. Step 1, go to the gym. Step 2, stay fit. Step 3, don't drive like a crazy person, and then you're fine. When I get a vasectomy. Well, I don't have insurance to pay for that, so why would I pay $3,000? I think if we just didn't buy 500 tanks per year, we could have healthcare, and it would be all right. Save now, invest now. I mean, you got me on that one, right? So save now, invest now, right? But that's what I do, but the returns on the investments now aren't, they're not noticeable. But ideally, you should invest later, like make a whole bunch of money now, invest it, and then retire. Do I work with a few people? I work with roughly 2 other people. Yeah, I mean, if we could have a lot better education. But who does that benefit? That doesn't benefit anyone. That benefits the people, which the people want more money. Like, I have 3 years in development. Not quite. I'm like a little, like 2.8 out of 3 years. Okay, well, no more politics. I've lived in both areas. Ghost creeping in the corner. Yeah, he's just chilling back there. Hey, Oko. How you doing, fam? You good? Thumbs up. Just kidding. You don't have posable thumbs. Goal-wise, where do I think I am? I'll probably be self-employed pretty soon. And then the next step is to scale that and then retire. Do you think it's possible to work remote if you're not a U.S. citizen? Yeah, of course it is. People hire you. No, you don't get hired, okay? You provide value. That is all it is. What is your value? What can you provide value to and for? And self-employed outside of YouTube? Yes. What about working at Google? No. I want to do it myself. I have so many ideas that are so different than having to commit 8 hours of that to one job. If no startup, how self-employed? You don't have to have a company to be self-employed. You don't have to have like 4 or 5 people. There are ways to make money. Read books, my friend. Chat's in the middle of the screen? Not really. I mean it is, but like I there's no real reason, I guess. You can move it if you want. If it bothers you, if you want to look at the dog, I'll move it up here. Am I interested in science and math? I already did a mechanical engineering degree. Which books did I read? Millionaire Fastlane, Unscripted. What else? Not Resistance, The War of Art. Whole bunch of stuff about like wealth. What do you mean self-employed? Like work on what? I teach people. So let's see. I teach people how to code. I work with Craig. I have like 13 other students that I teach. I have YouTube. Have a whole bunch of other random stuff coming in. Like that's self-employed. Are my ideas mostly based on coding? No, they're not. There's so many other brand ideas that I have that I'd like to branch out to, and I will eventually when it's time. What math should you focus on? You're gonna need calculus. How much math do I use? Not much. The more value you can provide to more people directly correlates with your ability to make money. If you correlate time with money, 1 hour is $1, which means if I'm not working, I'm not making money, which means if I'm not working, I'm not making a living, which is not true. There are legacy ways. There are ways to impact value without having to be there with your time. i.e. creating a brand. The more people you serve, the more people serve you. And that's it, right? I know that sounds really cheesy, but if you need calculus and not much math, why learn like past algebra? You don't really need to. But to be honest, I'm not sure. I've never done it. Do I want passive income? I'd like a majority of passive income, but how much money do you think you need to retire? So if you're asking me about a lump sum, you don't want to retire with a lump sum. That's what people do. That's what people do. They work their 9 to 5. They do their stuff, but that's not how you want to retire. You don't want to retire with enough money and then basically estimate that out. Like, how long can I live off this money? Can I live off this till I die? Like, that's terrible. You want money coming in all the time, always. I'd like $10 million. I'd like $10 million, and then I'd like to live off 5% of that every year. So that's $500,000 a year, and that's what I'll get to. What's my dog breed? He's half husky, half American Eskimo. So he's called a Huskimo. Yeah, I mean, passive income is obviously the way to go. Don't sell your time for money. I could make a whole video about like how selling your time for money is a bad investment, and about how long do you think it will take me to make 10 mil? I would say when I'm 35. What's my plan to make 10 million? Create a business, liquidate the business. Create a brand, use that brand to create a business, liquidate that business for a lump sum when someone buys it out, and then put that into an investment. Do you think people get rich when they're young because they invest in the stock market and retire at 65? No one gets rich by following that game. Which company do I want to work for? The Josh Incorporated. Difference between computer science, computer engineering. It sounds like a Googleable question. There's not that big of a difference. I'm 28. I'll probably invest in some real estate too. $3% a year inflation. You want to make more than 5. Okay, so look, if I'm making $500K a year and inflation is 3%, like, meh. Do you think angel investors really like founders whose goal is to liquidate? So assuming I want angel investors. I don't want angel investors. I want someone to take my business and leverage it for arbitrage, right? So they see something in the business that I haven't been fully taking advantage of, and then they leverage that, and that's my value proposition to them, right? It's not that, hey, I'm going to sell this to you and then bounce. Like, I'm going to sell this to you. This is yours. It's your job to keep its value rolling. It's like, it's called value arbitrage, right? It's like, buy low, sell high. That's it. So, is playing chess a soft skill? I guess so. You can retire rich in an S&P index. Yeah, I mean, you can retire rich, assuming you're 65. I don't want to be 65. I want to be 35 and done with work. So done. Where would I want to retire? I don't know. I'd like to go see Croatia. That's a good point. You become a brand, yeah. So you're assuming that I have a startup. They invest in the founder, not the idea. Yeah, so I don't want to sell to VCs and angels. You just have a company buy it out. I'm 28. The goal is not to have a startup and then I go get angel money from AngelList investor, right? Because then I owe them money because they've given me money. You can't retire if someone invests in you and now you have a debt to pay that investment back. That's not buying a company. That's getting investors. I just would sell you would sell the brand, right? Boom, done, gone. It's like if you created Nike and you sold it because someone's like, hey. I don't want to make a company. You guys need to read these books, fam. Live in New York. What have I been doing before coding? Twitter doesn't have a revenue model, but you know what Twitter does have? Twitter has a huge audience, and they have a distribution network, and that in itself is what makes money. They don't lose billions a day, but This is why Twitter is Twitter, right? This is why people keep investing in Twitter, is because Twitter has a growing distribution network. You're selling a brand, so it would be like marketing arbitrage, right? You're selling something where someone else sees an opportunity to buy that thing from you, and then use leverage or whatever you're missing, use their skills to insert into, like, so for example, right? Let me give you an example on how you could make money using marketing and investment arbitrage. Here we go. You go to the Shopify exchange. You can buy people's Shopifys that have incoming revenue, but they just don't want to do it. Like, they just don't want to do it anymore. And so this is what they do. They make a Shopify. They grow the purchasing power of the Shopify. People are buying stuff, right? They make $600 a month, but they're just like, hey, I'm not interested in this anymore. I don't have a lot of skill with this. This really isn't my thing. So they sell it for like $40,000, right? Someone buys it for $40,000. Like, okay, well, it's making $1,200 a month. I can make my money back in X amount of time. And then if I put in a little more work, maybe I could get this to bring in $3,000 a month, right? That's marketing arbitrage. That's what everyone does these days. There's a Shopify exchange. Go look for yourself. You can see, like, there was one company that was, am I drop shipping? No, I'm not drop shipping. I'm just telling you that this is an example of how you can sell arbitrage. You can sell opportunity to people that if you've created a network and a brand. I'm dropping all the secrets now. It's a brand, not a company. I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, technically on paper it's a company, sure, right? But like, a company is so easy to make. You could franchise your brand. You could do all kinds of stuff. What skill do I wish I could learn? I don't wish I could learn a skill. I just go learn the skill. Come on, fam. Once you meet Maslow's hierarchy of needs, then money is no longer useful. I think, what's that, like 77,000, right? But what I'd really like is time. I'd like to have unlimited time. But to have unlimited time, you need money so that you can live during that unlimited time. And so his hierarchy of needs is, yeah, great, love and all that stuff, but I don't fall into that category. I want my time. I'd rather put in a whole bunch of money now, or a whole bunch of time now, right? Work 2 years, 3 years nonstop, and then have 45 years to live how I want. But I think what you're talking about, Brian, is that money is no longer a contributing factor to happiness. What will I do with my time? So, let's see. People think that you have to have a company to make money. Yeah, I mean, there's not that many secrets to this. It's just, yeah, so that's the thing, right? So when I say retire, I mean financially retired. I no longer have financial obligations. Things are paid off. I can go travel. Like, this is what I want to do, right? So you know all those stupid articles you see on Facebook that you're like, top 10 places to go see before you die, top 10 places in Mexico, blah, 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 right? You see all these things and you're like, oh, I'd like to go to that one. That one looks cool. And then you're working your 9 to 5, you take a week off and you go, right? I would like to go hit all those top 10 places back to back to back to back to back, right? Go see all the world. Like, already knowing that I can't see the entire world before I die is pretty depressing, and so that would be my goal. Ideally, I'd like to fly through the world. But you need money and time. And in order to get money, you have to provide value. And to provide value, you have to affect a lot of people. To affect a lot of people, you have to create a brand. Do you guys see? Life wasn't given to be traded. Life wasn't given. You were just born, fam. Don't tell me there's a purpose. Why is traveling so important to me? Because I like to see the world. It's just, there's a lot of, I think traveling keeps you humble. It keeps you open to different ideas. Vivek, you've asked the same question 15 times, my dude. Time wasn't meant to be traded. Yeah, I mean, so think about this, right? This is a classic model. This is what working a 9 to 5 is. You put 5 days in for 2 days out. So imagine if you give me $5 and I give you $2 back. That is essentially what a 9 to 5 job is when you work 5 days a week. It's a negative return on investment, a negative 60% return on investment. $5 for $2. Like, what is that? That is a 9 to 5 rat race job, which I will not do. Not building someone else's dreams. Let's see. When did I want to start the program? How many hours did you put to study per day? I'm 28. I've said that 15 times. How many hours did I... Yeah, I don't know. I study like 2 hours and I play Overwatch the rest of the day. Yeah, we need a Josh's age bot. Also, you can live a life after work. Yeah, for your 6 to 3, like from 6 to 9 o'clock at night, and then you wake up and do what everyone else is doing again. Pass. K-Zone, you sound like you're just not ready for this information yet. That's all. I mean, I don't know how to say it. Are you religious? I can't answer that question without triggering. Projects for backend? Chat applications are good. And if you think you can live life after work 2 days a week and at night, no. That's not living life. At least not to me. The books that I'm reading, a whole bunch of stuff. Read Gary Vee's book about branding. All that stuff. Maybe because I don't look 28. Should you look somewhere else? I mean, it sounds fine. Do I ever plan on having other people help me out? Yeah, so this is the thing, right? Well, if work is fulfilling and you enjoy what you do and you like your schedule, then more power to you. But for me, I need absolute autonomy of what I do and where I do it, when I do it. I need control over how much money I make, when I make it. Like, I just need that to be happy. And it took me a very long time to figure out how to do that. How many hours, without sarcasm, do I learn something completely new? I would say about 3 hours a day I'm listening to books. You seem kind of depressed. Hope you good, man. What? Is it because I'm not Jacksepticeye? Because I'm not like ADHD, super hyper? Where to find jobs remote online? WeWorkRemotely.com. That's a good one. Stack Overflow. Check the perk remote. Sorry if I don't appeal to the 12-year-olds that want me to be exceptionally excited all the time. Making 10 million in 7 years is very ambitious. How do you know you will succeed? I don't know. And I'd rather try and fail than have regret, you know? Like, because regret weighs more than failure. Some people are like, that's so ambitious. So, the K-Zone, you're the guy that's like, that's really ambitious of you. How do you know? Dude, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing every day. I just try stuff and learn and keep going. That's what we all do. At least, if you're me. Regrets way more than failure. So, people used to tell me that, well, why would you make YouTube? You can't do anything with that. You can't do this. That's a huge goal. How do you know? Like they try to make it look bigger. Like I already know. Like believe me, I know. Do I know exactly how I'm gonna do it? I don't know really. I'm figuring that out every day. But I know that's a goal. And then when you start thinking about the same thing every single day, you have what's called as an RAS, a reticular activation system in your brain. It's like if you say, hey, I want a yellow beetle, like a car, right? Now all of a sudden your brain is seeing beetles everywhere, right? The more you think about something, the more your brain tries to figure out ways to get that thing. And so then you have what's called serendipitous moments, right? If you Google it, serendipitous moments, those are these moments when you're like on a walk or you're doing something totally unrelated to what your work is, and you have like this thought and you're like, oh, that's how I do it. Like when you're solving a problem, like, and then you can't figure out the answer, and then you're just like, oh, I got it. Like that's a serendipitous moment when your brain just figures it out behind the scenes. Law of attraction, all that stuff, yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's more of, law of attraction is more of your reticular activation system finding people that are like you, and then because now that you're thinking about these things, you're more like finding people. What entrepreneur books would I recommend? Read MJ DeMarco's Millionaire Fastlane. Read MJ DeMarco's Unscripted. Read 10 Pillars of Wealth by Alex Beck. Read Gary Vee's Crushing It. Command and Code. What coding channels do I watch? Command and Code, if I'm being honest, I don't watch. Making YouTube videos is my retirement plan. Absolutely not. Have I heard of the Tetris effect where you see Tetris in your brain? Yeah. I don't watch a whole lot of coding channels because I code all day. I teach people code all day. And when we talk about code all day, like, I'm good. Yeah, read those books. Those books have changed my life. If anything, they've motivated me to try and change my life. Right? And so that's like the whole premise behind the grind reel. Like, you guys see what I'm talking about? Like, everyone else waits till they get to the top to talk about their story. Like, I'm talking about what I'm doing now and what I'm going to do, and then you can watch me get there. Because if I don't, then I fail, and I fail in front of everyone, and I'll keep trying. But that's the whole purpose behind like the whole rebrand of the grind reel. Like I'll fail forward, fail fast, fail a lot, keep trying until you learn and don't fail. Like, that's it. I'm not trying to wait till the top. Like I want to document how I got here, the struggles that I've had, like if it's not working, like what I'm doing to change that. That's the whole purpose. I've never seen anyone do that before. Yeah, excited to watch the journey. Number one book, I'd read the Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. All right, go to bed later, dude. I have to head out, guys. I appreciate you listening to me talk about the hustle. Some good stuff in here. They're not satisfied, right? So that's the thing, right? Contentment and happiness are two separate things. K-Zone. You can be content, or you can be happy without being content. Like, I'm not. Anyways, I could just keep talking. But basically, when I'm making progress, moving forward, I'm happy. Content is the enemy. Complacency is the enemy. Do not get complacent. Life is about working towards the goal. No, life is about the process in between that, right? It's the process-oriented system that you have to invest in. You can't invest, like, when you get to the event, fantastic. That's a nice little trophy, right? It's good. But, like, the process of struggling and failing and doing it over and finding excitement in things that are boring, that is what success is. That is where the happiness is. And once you can realize, like, this thing is tedious and it's annoying, when you can turn that thing into, like, this thing is tedious and annoying is, this thing is the process. If I really try at this now, it will pay off later. And then you have that moment of happiness at the end. It's not about the event. Like, I'm not trying to get to an event. Like, I have goals, right? Because that's good. Because then you wouldn't have a process to go through if you didn't have a goal. But when you can invest in the process and appreciate it. My goal of retirement. When I say goal of retirement, it's financial retirement. That is, believe me, I have plenty of other goals. So this is, I mean, that's what you do, right? You do all these annoying things, and then you do all these annoying, boring things, and then all of a sudden, like, you hit the goal, and you get this little moment of happiness, and then you're like, well, now what, right? So you just have to get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable a lot, and so that's what I do, and it builds work ethic, character. There's a whole lot to be said. What do I think about the new programming language? I think progressive web apps will probably render that pretty useless. What do I say? Learning how to learn is a top 10 skill. It's the number one skill to have. Learning how to adapt and move forward. Learning how to, when you get discouraged, do it anyways. But it's all about the process. It's about, what's my goal that I have? Something challenging, not sitting on some beach in the Bahamas. That's not, I mean, that'd be nice, right? In terms of working hours, what's the limit? If you're going to work at a company, definitely 8 hours is your limit. One of my current projects, right now I'm working on my website and making products that can provide value to people. How long should it take? 3 months probably. Tips for stopping procrastination. You're on the stream, so get off the stream. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the beginning of this, why don't I want kids? I just don't want kids. What you mean? If I had a kid, I'd adopt a kid. Because there's already a lot of kids out there without loving parents, and parents that grow, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people my age in stores that have like 3 kids just screaming and running down the aisles of the grocery store, and you're like, if I was that parent. And then I realized, wait, I don't want to be that parent. Like, there's a lot of crappy parents and a lot of kids without parents, so I'd rather adopt a kid. Got tired of tutorials. Christine knows what's up. All right, Carlos. Later, bro. Angular or React? Probably React. Adopt. All right, I'll adopt you. Is my mom never coming online? Wait, what? How should you figure out your salary at a new job in a new state? Look on Glassdoor.com. Go to Glassdoor, type in your job name, look for relevant salaries, and then ask the budget at the place you work. And then when they say, how much do you want? Yeah. My dad was online. What? People tell you progressive web apps. People are going to tell you whatever. They're just people, right? People they just say things. Make your own choice. All right, my dudes, I'm out. Appreciate you for hanging. I'll be back later today. We'll hang out. I'll make a video, but I gotta go. So I'll catch you guys later. My dudes, off to the gym. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Later.